In a distant and forgotten era, in an ancient and mysterious land, there existed a man named Job. This man was not an ordinary individual. He was widely recognized throughout the region for being upright, God-fearing, and extremely prosperous. However, his story would not simply be a tale of constant wealth and well-being. Rather, it would transform into a powerful narrative about unwavering faith and determination in the midst of the greatest adversities. The story begins in a celestial scene, a place where divine beings reside. In that sacred space, a profound and revealing dialogue takes place between God, the omnipotent creator of the universe, and Satan, known as the accuser. In this dialogue, Job emerges as a central figure. God, with pride, highlights Job as a paradigm of virtue and devotion in the earthly world. God sees in Job someone whose faith goes beyond mere material blessings. However, in this divine setting, Satan raises a disturbing doubt. He questions the authenticity of Job's devotion, suggesting that his loyalty to God is directly linked to the blessings he has received. Boldly, Satan proposes that if all those riches and goods were taken away, Job would abandon his faith. In a dramatic and surprising twist, God allows Satan to test Job. And so, in a brief span of time, Job faces unimaginable calamities. He loses his possessions, his wealth, and most painfully of all, his beloved family. These tragic events occur with dizzying speed, plunging Job into an abyss of pain and despair. Despite this overwhelming adversity, Job, in a moment of profound desperation, shows unparalleled faith. He prostrates himself in worship, exclaiming words that become a testament to resilience. "Naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked I will depart. The Lord gave and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." This section of the story not only shows us the intensity of Job's suffering, but also the depth of his faith. The celestial trial launched through the challenge between God and Satan raises essential questions about the true meaning of suffering and the sincerity of faith. This story lays the foundation for the subsequent events of the Book of Job and highlights the unbreakable capacity of human beings to maintain their devotion and faith even in the most difficult circumstances. In these ancient times and incredibly challenging circumstances, the story of Job presents us with a scenario charged with emotions and conflicts. Job, immersed in pain and marked by suffering, is sitting in ashes, a potent symbol representing mourning and humility. His physical and emotional wounds are deep, symbolized by the sores covering his body. Job chapter 2 verses 7 to 10. Amidst his profound pain and despair, three friends, Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar, approach him. Seeing his miserable state, they choose to sit with him in silence, a gesture of solidarity and empathy. For 7 long days and nights, they remain by his side, feeling the weight of his pain and sharing his affliction as reflected in Job chapter 2 verses 11 to 13. But as time progresses, the words of comfort begin to change in tone. Instead of offering unwavering support, these well-intentioned friends start to suggest that Job's suffering is somehow a consequence of his own actions, perhaps hidden sins or wrongdoing. Job chapter 4 verses 7 and 8. This idea that Job is being punished by God generates intense and sometimes confrontational discussions. Job, with his heart wounded and his spirit broken, does not remain silent. Emotionally exhausted, he raises his voice to question God and ask for explanations. His words, full of anguish and despair, resonate throughout the book, serving as a reflection of his internal torment. Job wrestles with his friends and himself, trying to understand the purpose of his suffering and seeking answers about the nature of divine justice. Amidst these intense debates, a young figure, Elihu, appears. Unlike the others, he has been observing and listening attentively to the conversations. Job chapter 32 verses 1 to 6. With a fresh perspective, Elihu offers a different approach. He criticizes everyone, both Job and his friends, for not seeing the full picture of the situation. He highlights the majesty and wisdom of God, and suggests that suffering might be a form of divine correction or warning. His perspective prepares us for a crucial moment in the narrative, God's direct response. Elihu's role in this plot is essential. He reminds us that answers to profound questions can come from unexpected places, and that each perspective adds a unique dimension to the debate. Elihu serves as a link between the previous challenges and the impending divine response, bringing clarity and depth to the conversation. The second half of the book of Job focuses on the quest for answers and understanding. Through the dialogues, readers are immersed in a sea of opinions and reflections on suffering, divine justice, and the human condition. It is a journey that leads us to question and reflect on our own existence and the trials we face. Finally, after an extended period of dialogues and deliberations, the most awaited moment of the story arrives, the divine intervention. From a whirlwind symbolizing his omnipotence and infinite wisdom, God addresses Job as reflected in Job chapter 38 verses 1 to 3. These words are the climax of the story and provide a divine perspective on Job's concerns, illuminating and bringing clarity to the debate. The detailed narrative of the relationship between Job and God offers a profound insight into human suffering, faith, and the divine response to the challenges we face in life. The most notable episode of this story is when God, from his infinite magnitude, directly addresses Job with a series of rhetorical questions. These not only seek to question human understanding and wisdom, but also to emphasize the immense chasm that exists between creation and its creator. Where were you when I laid the earth's foundation? Tell me if you have understanding. Job chapter 38 verse 4. This question is a majestic way to remind Job, and by extension, all of us, about the limitation of our perspective in the face of the vastness of the universe and divine purpose. With each word, God not only describes the magnitude of his creation but also highlights the various mysteries that humans cannot fully comprehend. From the wonders of nature to cosmic phenomena beyond our understanding. The conversation with God is a call to humility, to recognize that there are mysteries beyond our comprehension. This moment of introspection is crucial for Job. Upon hearing the divine words, he realizes the depth of his ignorance and understands that his questions and accusations were unfounded. He humbles himself and recognizes his place in the cosmic order, submitting to God's will. Job chapter 40 verses 3 to 5. However, the story does not end with this act of humility. God, in his infinite mercy, not only forgives Job but also grants him blessings even greater than those he had lost. Job's restoration is a powerful representation of the idea that although we sometimes face discouraging challenges, faith and patience are eventually rewarded. On the other hand, Job's friends, who had questioned and criticized his faith, faced divine discontent. But in an act of love and mercy, God asks them to seek Job so that he can intercede for them. This moment of reconciliation reinforces the idea that faith is not only a relationship between the individual and God but also extends to the community. The narrative of Job is a powerful testimony about human resilience, unwavering faith, and divine mercy. It is a reminder that although we sometimes face trials that challenge our understanding and endurance, there is always hope if we maintain our faith. We would now like to invite you to reflect on this story. Have you experienced trials in your life that have led you to question your faith or your purpose? How have you faced these challenges? We encourage you to share your experiences and reflections in the comments. If this story has resonated with you in any way, do not hesitate to join our community, like, and share. We appreciate your support and look forward to continuing to share more inspiring stories from the sacred book and other spiritual narratives. Until the next story, and may God bless you.